My controlling stepmonster assaulted our custody child. Now she's furious we called the police and excluded her. Be me, 31 male. Have stepmom Olivia, 52. She's the self-proclaimed queen of party planning. Has taken over every single family event since marrying dad. Never liked these events growing up. She's controlling as hell. Gets mad if anyone dares to complain. Only put up with it for dad's sake. He claims it helps her feel included or whatever. Getting married to my fiancée Rose, 29. Got engaged in late 2020. Rose got pregnant few months after. Decided to postpone wedding to focus on our son. Had a pretty long engagement because of that. Stepmom tried to take over wedding plans from day one. Kept complaining about everything. Contacted our planner behind our backs. Showed up uninvited to Rose's dress appointments. We told her to stop multiple times. Dad wants us to just let her do whatever. She's clearly bitter about not being the host. Also mad she's not getting mother of the groom title on invitations. Besides our baby boy, we also have Tommy, 4. He's Rose's half-brother. Rose got custody after his parents died in Portland. Moved in with them during COVID. Been in Tommy's life since he was tiny. He doesn't call me dad. Calls us his sister and her guy. But we love him like our own son. Stepmom hates Tommy. Accuses Rose of baby-trapping her way into family. Got even worse after our son was born. Dad likes Rose and loves the kids. But stepmom makes him refuse to babysit Tommy. We usually leave kids with Rose's brother in Austin instead. Their kids are same age as ours. Last weekend had plans in Denver. Rose's brother was out of town. Her other siblings live in different states. Same with my mom and sister. Dad agreed to babysit at our place. We left feeling uneasy. We came back to absolute chaos. Both kids were crying. Stepmom screaming like a banshee. Dad weakly trying to calm everyone down. Room felt like a war zone. Found out what happened. Tommy had innocently told stepmom that he and our son were going to be ring bearers. She completely lost it. Started screaming that she wouldn't allow it. Kept yelling that Tommy wasn't real family. When Tommy started crying, she hit him. Split his lip open. Never seen her get this violent before. Instantly banned her from our house. Banned her from wedding too. Dad's furious about it. Says he won't come without her. Has convinced half his side of family to boycott wedding. Been spreading a watered-down version of what happened. Stepbrother fully backing his mom. No matter how many times I explain what really happened. Won't listen to reason. Me and Rose refuse to back down. Many cousins asking us to reconsider. Keep getting calls about it. Most of Rose's family on our side. But one of her aunts suggested maybe stepmom acts this way because she doesn't feel welcomed. I'm done with family enabling her behavior. Love my dad, but willing to cut ties to protect my family. We pressed charges immediately. Took Tommy to pediatrician next day. Gathered all evidence we could. Had pictures of Tommy's face. By some miracle also had nanny cam footage. Stepmom wasn't actually invited to our house. Dad never goes anywhere without her. We took precautions just in case. Never expected her to do something this awful. Never fully trusted her with kids. Physical attack happened off camera, but got footage of her screaming. And Tommy crying before and after. She now has abuse charge on record. Wasn't letting her get away with this. Tommy's doing okay? Already had a counselor. Rose was traumatized when her dad died. Worried it would affect Tommy too. Continuing treatment now. We're hugging him more than usual. Giving extra attention. He's still upset but getting better. Going NC with dad and stepmom. Haven't spoken since incident. Not planning to reach out. Sister handling any needed communication. She's on our side but stays in low contact. Adopting Rose's philosophy about people. Forgive what's apologized for. Never forget what happened. If they ever truly understand what they did and sincerely apologize, might forgive them. But we'll never forget what they did to our family. For now, they're banned from seeing Tommy. Our baby too. And any future kids we might have. Should mention something about my family. They adore dad. Most aren't fond of stepmom though. She had 2 failed marriages before dad. First one gave her my stepbrother. She cheated on her boyfriend to be with dad. Family loved the girlfriend. Hated stepmom from day one. She's been controlling and manipulative since forever. Always trying to force her way into family matriarch role. Her favorite move was taking over event planning. Loved all the attention and compliments. Why I hated parties growing up. She'd make everything about herself. Even Christmas. Even mine and sister's birthdays. Rest of family neutral about her. Never really liked her though. Situation with Tommy was different. Most relatives didn't meet him until COVID restrictions eased. He was already 2 by then. Such a bright and lovable kid. No other small children in family. Everyone fell in love with him instantly. Pretty sure stepmom got jealous. Rose and Tommy were accepted easily. Compared to her rocky start, that's probably why she resents them. Can't confirm but makes sense. She was also mad about wedding. Besides not being planner. Had 0 involvement in wedding party. Tried pressuring us to let her officiate. Rose's best friend already had that role. Wanted stepbrother as my best man. He wasn't interested. I already asked my friend anyway. Wanted her sister's daughter as flower girl. We promised role to Rose's 3-year-old niece. Sister's daughter is 15. Barely knows us. Tried making dad walk Rose down aisle. Since her father passed. Rose's oldest brother already chosen. The one I mentioned before from Austin. Stepmom kept complaining. Mad my family wasn't involved enough. Compared to Rose's family. Said it wouldn't happen if she was in charge. Nothing excuses hurting a child though. Especially if it's petty jealousy. Haven't talked to dad directly. Sister keeps me updated. Story they told family completely different. Erased Tommy's injury. Never mentioned abuse charges. Said we banned them because we were annoyed. Took it out on dad too. Most people already disliked stepmom. Wasn't hard explaining what really happened. Relatives I actually wanted at wedding have apologized. Now berating dad too. People who didn't believe us or said we overreacted. Told they're not welcome in our home anymore. Mostly dad's generation. Not surprised really. Stepbrother still in denial. Won't believe his mom could hurt a kid. Even with all our evidence. Get it, she's his mom. But won't excuse his blindness. He's banned too. Sucks because we were close growing up. But no regrets. Closer to Rose's siblings anyway. She has 3 besides Tommy. Older brother from Austin. Twin brother. Younger sister. All furious about what happened. Super supportive of us. Rose's maternal family basically adopted Tommy. After she got custody, they've been calling constantly. Making sure he's okay. Saved money from uninviting people. Decided to use it well. Helping Rose's cousin come to wedding. She lives in Portugal. Couldn't afford trip before. Now paying for her plane ticket. Tommy's getting much better. Almost back to his sunny self. Split lip was shallow. Healing slowly. Didn't need stitches. Had serious talk with Tommy. Explained dad and stepmom won't be around. He really liked my dad. Gets why they're package deal though. Obviously scared of stepmom. Doing our best to make him feel safe. Keep telling him he's family. That we love him. Nothing will change that. Not worried about them crashing wedding. Still alerted venue. Gave them photos just in case. Better safe than sorry. Stepmom's such a hypocrite. Says Tommy isn't family, but always complains about not feeling welcomed. Dad's been guilt tripping me for years, making me attend her events. Using that excuse, can't see he's enabling pot calling kettle black moment. Except Tommy actually is family. Finally accepting hard truth. Will always love dad. Not healthy to be around him. Hurts knowing my son lost his only bio grandpa. But he has 2 amazing step-grandpas. To make up for it. Kind of satisfied with how things turned out. Don't like complaining about life. It's messy but beautiful. Love my fiancé. Love my kids. Lucky enough to love my job as software engineer. We're happy. Not letting anyone ruin that. Hope this is last update. But we'll keep you posted. Thank you for support. Best wishes to everyone. Starting with disappointing news probably. Accepting stepmom likely getting just slap on wrist. Me and Rose talking to lawyer about next move. Not sure how to proceed yet. Too early to tell. Trying not to get ahead of ourselves. More than we already have. Good news though. Starting process for restraining order against stepmom. Using all evidence from incident week, including nanny cam footage and pictures of Tommy. Focusing on that for now. Still haven't talked to father. Sister still in low contact. She's thinking about cutting ties completely. Since she's only one from my side still talking to him. Dad keeps asking her about me. Wants to know if I've calmed down yet. According to her, he's annoyed. Half his family won't talk to him. Still doesn't accept why. Told sister she doesn't need to play messenger. Never asked her to do it. Obviously taking toll on her. But she insists. Says she'll stop when it feels right. No doubt stepmom attacked Tommy. He told us moment we got home. Dad confirmed it trying to defend her. Only positive thing about his actions. That and giving Tommy ice pack? Stepmom too busy screaming about Tommy being whiny brat to even deny it. For those wondering, stepmom younger than dad. 5 years younger than his ex. Got together when I was 15. Stepbrother month older than me. She had him at 21. Married his dad year later. Turns 50 this year. Both kids doing okay mostly. Tommy back to running around house. Wearing his Superman costume. When not doing other things. Had few nightmares this week though. Asked to sleep in our bed twice. Don't mention father around him. Still seeing his counselor. Our 14-month-old learned 2 new words. Hi and bye. Tommy trying to teach him to say his name. Rose's sister coming over. Moving back from college. Celebrating her 21st birthday later this month. Tommy excited to see her. Rose excited to drink with her. Can't blame her. Hoping her visit cheers everyone up. I'm not doing great. Neither is Rose. She usually keeps negative emotions inside. But cried herself to sleep. Almost every night that week. Breaks my heart seeing her like that. Can't help feeling it's my fault. Part of me says couldn't have known. Stepmom would do anything like that. Doesn't change anything though. Let father near kids unsupervised. Knowing she'd probably come too. Guiltiest I've ever felt. Don't think I'll forgive myself? Rose getting better lately. Trying to get me see therapist. Never really done that before, except psychiatrist when younger. Feels like good time to try. Got surprising messages this week. People telling me forgive father and stepmom. Re-invite them to wedding. That's not happening. Never forgiving stepmom. Dad now huge maybe. Will never understand or forget what she did. Wedding last thing on our minds. Still not postponing though. Considered rescheduling. But date only one working for guests. Have passwords with all vendors. Clear instructions to only talk to us. Rose's family bigger. Closer to each other. Why they're more involved in wedding. Still have my family participating. Sister is bridesmaid. 2 cousins are groomsmen. Mom walking down aisle with wedding party. Going through this with Rose. Made me understand how much I love her. Couldn't ask for better partner to start family with. No idea what I'd do without her. This didn't tear us apart. Couldn't be more thankful. Probably no more updates until wedding. Unless something big happens. Best wishes to everyone. Didn't plan updating before wedding. Something huge happened though. Got good news and bad news. Good news. Got the restraining order. Bad news. Had to see stepmom and father at court. First time seeing them since kicking them out over a month ago. Neither of us looking forward to it. Left kids with Rose's brother and sister-in-law. At least Tommy didn't have to see them. Hearing went quicker than expected. Gotta give credit where due. Father smart enough to know they couldn't win. Too much evidence against them. Had nanny cam footage. Pictures of Tommy. His medical records. Sister gathered every text and email. All stuff stepmom sent about what happened. She hates phone calls. So there were lots of written evidence. They didn't even get attorney for hearing. Judge granted protection order against stepmom. Can't come within 500 feet of us or property. Changing all locks this week. Thinking about new phone number too. Felt safest I have since this started. When we left courthouse, Rose nearly cried with joy in car. Picked up kids, went to Chili's with brother and family. To celebrate, hours later, father called. Order doesn't cover him, so he still can. Rose and kids were asleep. Decided to answer. Give one last chance. He tried awkward small talk. Told him get to point. Asked if order was really necessary. Told him straight up. Stepmom never coming near Rose or kids again. Glad to have legal backing now. Shot down every excuse he tried. She only hit him once. Told him that's enough for me. Kids need their grandma. Said she's not their grandma. Mom is... She's my wife. You need respect her. Reminded him she attacked Tommy. Disrespected my family in our house. Don't owe her anything. Especially not respect. He went on huge rant about family. How stepmom was godsend. All she'd done for me and sister. Since entering our lives. Listed every time I remembered. Her lying. Overstepping boundaries. Acting unhinged. Around me, family, or sister. Brought up adult life examples. And youth ones too. Included attempts to hijack milestones. Wedding plans. Our son's birth. Rose's baby shower. Sister's college graduation. Mentioned her obsession. With idea of perfect family. Her disgusting attitude toward Tommy. Added her habit of going through mine and sister's stuff when younger. Went on until sister moved out. Only 3 months ago. Pretty sure she found Rose's dress appointments. By reading sister's planner, while she wasn't home, some memories long and complicated. But they proved stepmom means nothing to me. He tried, she doesn't feel included excuse again. Shut him up fast. Said he had chance to protect grandchildren. Chose his monster wife instead. That's enough to want nothing to do with him. Hung up without goodbye. Sister told me he called her after. She went NC with him too. Think we're both accepting. Father won't change. It sucks. He made his priorities clear. His children and grandkids aren't among them. For now, that's it. Might share more stories later. When they're fresh in mind. About reminding father of past stuff. That'll take a while though. Until then. Best wishes to everyone. Mentioned in last post about stepmom. Trying to hijack our baby shower? Story is sister's favorite. Rose found out she was pregnant. June 2021. Announced to immediate family in August. Stepmom completely uninterested at first. Not surprised. Her reaction to announcement was asking Rose if she was sure baby was mine. Even dad yelled at her for that one. She barely acknowledged pregnancy. More interested in stepbrother. He was engaged then. Would give her beautiful grandbabies soon. No complaints from us. Didn't want her involved anyway. Didn't even have to say it. Planning baby shower was complicated. Both working until holidays. Wanted to be involved. Due date, February 2022. Decided early January best time. Got 2 planners. My sister Lisa. Rose's best friend Rachel. We're pretty laid-back people. Didn't want huge party. Or spend too much money. Saving for baby and wedding. Decided on co-ed shower. Had to be indoors. January weather and all. Settled on 25 people guest list. Plus dozen kids. Came up with pizza party idea. Me, Rose, and Tommy had weekly homemade pizza nights. Since I moved in. Thought would be fun theme. Rachel found perfect venue. Lisa figured out baby shower stuff. That worked with pizza theme. Plans came out awesome. Make your own pizzas, non-alcoholic drinks, plain onesies for kids to decorate. Rachel and Lisa mixed themes, pizza decorations with baby stuff. Found pizza-shaped onesies. Seemed messy idea. Surprised they made it work. We loved it. Most planning done by mid-November. Then, late November, stepbrother's fiancée left him. For her ex, they'd been together 4 years. Sudden and traumatic. He was devastated, stepmom realized. Dream grandkid taking longer than thought. Without son's milestones to obsess over. Moved on to mine. Suddenly went from aloof relative to excited grandma-to-be. Facebook posts. Tacky promoted t-shirts. Whole 9 yards. Too busy with work and holidays. To worry at first, she started pestering about planning. Baby shower and gender reveal. We said no to gender reveal. No offense to people who like them. Just not our thing. Plus waiting till birth to find out. She tried getting us to tell her gender. As Christmas present. We refused that too. Also denied her baby shower takeover. She told father. He pressured Lisa to let stepmom help. Lisa still living with them. Didn't have much choice. Called Rachel. They met stepmom for coffee. Wasn't there myself? Lisa told me what happened. Before they could mention plans, stepmom started talking about hers. Pulled out thick binder. Oh baby written on cover. Colorful tabs everywhere. Fabric pieces sticking out. Shower section was shortest part. Still long just for one project. Lisa sent me pictures. Have to admit, looked like Instagram perfect shower, but barely functional. Obviously expensive. Balloons everywhere. Oversized teddy bears. Giant alphabet blocks. Cringeworthy signs all over. She went for pretty over cozy. Uncomfortable fancy chairs. Fancy food ideas. Most had soft cheese. Rose couldn't even eat that. Color scheme was 3 pink shades with gold accents. Would have been fine with pink if mixed with other colors, but looked like Barbie threw up all over Care Bear's party. When Rachel mentioned not knowing gender, stepmom said she just knew it's girl. Spoiler, it wasn't. She wanted all-female party. No kids allowed. Fancy catering. Alcohol everywhere. Had guest list ready. Full of her closest friends. Neither of our moms on it. Planned games nobody wanted. Only thing everyone agreed on was indoor venue. Lisa and Rachel couldn't show their plans until she finished presenting. When they could, explained could maybe add some ideas, but pizza theme already set. Month away, we'd approved plans. She tried protesting. Lisa said they were nice, to even offer changes. This late in planning, stepmom called me to change minds. Just repeated their words. Dad found out couldn't come. Lost interest in fighting about it. Holidays came, subject dropped. Stepmom seemed okay with pizza party. Rachel matched some pink decor. With blue stuff, added 1 huge teddy bear. Fast forward to week before shower. Rose almost 8 months pregnant. Everything bought. All guests RSVP'd. Everything ready to go. Shower set for 7 p.m. Stepmom offered get to venue early. To help prepare, Lisa agreed. Knew she'd complain otherwise. Venue let them drop decorations early. We promised arrive at 6 o'clock, 2 days before shower. Venue called Rachel. Said stepmom stopped by. Dropped off large, heavy boxes. Called them little surprise for us. Told them she'd arrive 3:30 p.m. Start setting up. They called to remind. Venue only booked after 4 p.m. When told decorations at Rachel's. Stepmom nearly had meltdown. Rachel called Lisa. Check if they'd left anything with stepmom. Lisa smart and used to this. Drove to venue next day. Asked see stepmom's boxes. Said wasn't surprised at contents. Still shocked at audacity. Boxes full of pink frilly decorations. Same items from her original plan. Signs, balloons, placemats, everything. Lisa realized stepmom's plan. Get there early, set up her dream shower, force everyone party in pink hell. Called Rachel, figure out what to do. Neither could come at 4 p.m. Almost inevitable stepmom would win. Most obvious solution. Throw everything away. But Lisa had better idea. That night they called me and Rose. Want to destroy a party in 2 hours? Lisa got home. Invited stepmom to salon. Made up story about coupons. Stepmom agreed. Planned for right after. She finished shower setup at 4 p.m. Next day, stepmom at venue. Done setting up by 5 o'clock. She's surprisingly fast. Left quick to meet Lisa at salon. Once together, Lisa texted Rachel coast was clear. Me, Rose, and Rachel went to venue. Won't describe stepmom's setup, but so pink almost made Rose sick. Next 2 hours, Lisa distracted stepmom at salon. While we took down every decoration, put up pizza party stuff instead. Set up activities. Made up tables. Put pink items back in boxes. Actually really fun. Finished minutes before shower started. Some guests arrived before stepmom. Barely saw her reaction. Lisa said her jaw dropped. Trying make sense what happened. To all her pink decor. Sister just smiled. Whispered nice try to her. Went help Tommy decorate onesie. Shower everything we hoped. Friends there. People had fun. Tons of pizza. Didn't care stepmom sulked in corner. Rachel caught her trying. Put pink bows on cupcakes. Shut that down quick. Her interest in baby died after. Stopped wearing Nana shirts. Didn't visit hospital when he was born. Refused to acknowledge he was boy. Until weeks after meeting him. Before NC. Was very loose definition of grandmother. Grateful my son will never know her. Happened week ago. Still pissed. Part of me hopes can laugh about it soon. For context, son is 15 months old. Loves stuffed animals. Favorite is soft light pink octopus. We call him Moby. Closest to word octopus he can say. Got it at bookstore in Germany. Last July during vacation. Son spotted Moby himself. Reached for it instantly. Son obsessed with Moby. Takes him almost everywhere. Gets upset if we try take it. Loves playing with tentacles before sleep. Extra protective of Moby. Made by German company. Probably available online. Never seen in local stores. Had to run errands at mall last Friday. Rose was busy. Tommy at friend's house. Took baby with me. Moby and all. When finished, still had time. Took son to toy store. Showed him toys few minutes. Went see stuffed animals. Took him off stroller. He instantly waddled to nearest shelf. Handed me Moby to pick up another plush. Put it in stroller storage basket. Played with stuffed animals 5 minutes. He started getting tired. Put him back in stroller. Reached under seat. Realized Moby was missing. Son noticed moment my hand came up empty. Started crying loudly. Picked him up. Wasn't excited about ordering new octopus online. Started checking shelf again. Hoping find Moby among other toys. Employee heard son crying. Came ask if needed help. Explained situation. Described Moby. She said lady at checkout. Trying buy pink octopus. Went to counter holding crying son. Woman in mid-30s. I am there. With daughter about 5. Vaguely remembered seeing them enter store. She arguing with cashier. About something trying to buy. Got closer. Cashier holding Moby. Trying explain to EM. Not their product. No tag. Couldn't be identified by store. Couldn't sell it. EM telling cashier she's lying. Said daughter picked it from soft toys. Section. Didn't think EM trying steal Moby. Figured kids 5. Probably picked up by mistake. Try not expect worst from other parents. I'm father myself. Approached cashier politely. Hi, excuse me, think there's been mistake. That's my son's toy. He brought it to store with him. EM didn't like that. Told cashier I'm lying. It's pink, it's a girl's toy. My daughter picked it up. I'm buying it. This went on 2 minutes. Cashier seemed eager give me Moby, but EM wouldn't have it. Calling me liar and thief. Telling cashier no proof octopus was mine. Her daughter wanted it. They'd seen it first. Eventually gave up being bigger person. Pulled out phone. Showed them both pictures. Of son with Moby. From few months back. Not sure why didn't do sooner. But do like watching world burn sometimes. Somehow EM still didn't believe. Or claimed not to. Told cashier look for zigzag seam. On base of tentacle. About 4 months ago. Tommy accidentally ripped Moby. While playing with baby. Rose stitched it back. She's not great seamstress. Her words not mine. Fixed part little noticeable. Since Moby in cashier's hands, no way I'd know about seam. Unless toy was my son's, cashier found seam. Finally gave me Moby. EM's daughter crying. EM tried argue more. Didn't work? Thanked cashier. Gave octopus to still sniffling son. Quickly left store. Wish this was end. Not 2 minutes later. Putting son back in stroller. Felt someone pull my shirt. Turned around. There's EM's 5-year-old daughter. Still sobbing. EM standing 4 feet away. Little girl started. Mister, I want that plushie. My mommy said you have to give it to me. No better than talk to stranger's child. Took deep breath. Looked at EM. Ma'am, please stop. I'm not giving it away. Not to you, not to anyone. Kid yelled for mother. EM fuming at this point. Walked toward me. Snapped. What kind of monster are you? How dare you talk to my daughter like that? Me. This is my son's favorite toy. Your daughter might have picked up by mistake. Doesn't make you entitled to it. EM, that's a girl's toy. Your son is boy. He probably hates it. So get back in store. Get him boy's toy. Give my daughter that octopus. After minute of her calling me bad father, me mostly ignoring her. EM tried shove hand into stroller. Grab toy from son's hands. Acted quickly. Stuck arm out, blocking her. Told her if she looks at son again, calling security. EM looked like I'd slapped her. Think she got message? Huffed. Grabbed daughter's arm. Walked away. Practically ran to parking lot. If not for stroller slowing me down. Told Rose when got home. She got pissed. We managed to make few jokes about EM's behavior. Son got Moby back unharmed. Thankfully won't remember this. Sincerely hope EM's daughter. Got some other stuffed animal. Extra glad if expensive one. Sorry about length but had to share. Story happened in 2009. When I was 15, sister was 11. Don't remember it well? Had to call mom fill in details. Helped little bit. Parents got divorced when I was 10. Mom got primary custody. Stayed with dad about 3 days a week. Sometimes more. They took turns with holidays. We'd spend with one parent one year. With other parent next year. March 2009, dad and girlfriend Diana broke up after he confessed to cheating with woman who became stepmom. Years later found out. Affair went on almost 2 years. Before he told Diana, introduced stepmom in May. On my birthday, actually. They almost immediately announced engagement. From that moment, she started. Trying force us all be happy blended family. Usually meant forcing us do everything. She or stepbrother wanted. Pretending mom wasn't in picture. Stepmom and dad started pushing. To leave us with them more often than parents previously agreed. Mom thankfully wouldn't budge. Started getting ready for holidays in November. Stepmom talking about ski resort hotel. Don't remember which one. Was 14 years ago. 3-hour car drive from our house. Clearly more for couples. Young children or elderly. Neither me or sister wanted to go. Before could say that, stepmom asked when done with school. So she could book 2-week trip. During winter break. Happy to break news to her. We'd spent Christmas and New Year's. With dad and Diana year before. So was mom's turn have us. Dad and stepmom called mom dozens times. Try convince her, let them take us. Insisted stepmom excited spend Christmas with us. Said previous year didn't count, because spent with Diana. Mom said no. Already made plans. Subject dropped few weeks. Then on last day school before break, stepmom picked me and sister up from schools. That was fine. Supposed spend couple days with dad. Before holidays. What wasn't fine? Moment we got in her car. Stepmom said, we're going to ski resort. Surprise. Proceeded tell us they'd packed our bags. Dad would meet us there. Asked if mom knew. She said sure. Knew that was lie. Didn't believe her either. When said only couple days. Would be back before Christmas. Figured they'd booked 2-week stay they wanted. Probably guilt trip us into staying. Once their couple days were up. Was terrified. Didn't have phone. Mom thought still too young. Didn't trust stepmom. Could see sister even more scared. Told stepmom we didn't want go. She said fine. Let's just pick stepbrother up from school. We picked him up. Stepmom said, okay, now let's go to resort. Said again didn't want go. She said fine, let's just find gas station and fill up. That pattern repeated 6 times. Over next hour. Every time said didn't want go. She'd make up excuse. Pretend forget my plea. As we were about leave town, dad called stepmom. Heard them fight few minutes about something. Then she hung up. Stepbrother asked what happened. She didn't answer. Then said, I'm taking you kids to your mom's. Turned car around. Took us home. When got there. Mom pulled us out of car. Screamed at stepmom leave. Which she did. Mom hugging us and bawling. Like hadn't seen us in years. Didn't tell me full story until few days later. Basically mom called dad in panic. Because he'd never told her we'd gotten home. Which he always did when picked us up from school. He was hoping she wouldn't call. Until we were already at resort. Dad knew lying would do more harm than good. So told her their plans. Tried spin it as something sister wanted. Mom didn't buy it. Told him if stepmom didn't take us back, she'd call police. Dad and stepmom took stepbrother to resort. For a few months after, they bragged about fun they had. All things me and sister missed, stepbrother later told me. He actually hated it. Barely saw his dad while there. Spent Christmas mostly alone in room. Stepmom called us both selfish. For trying ruin their holidays. Sister actually felt guilty while had to reassure her. Mom didn't call cops or press charges. At time didn't know if what stepmom did would qualify as crime, or if they'd actually help. Also feared would ruin our relationship with dad, with whom still trying stay amicable terms. Years later told me she regretted not calling anyone. And that story of how I got my first phone? Update. Stepmom gone for good, hopefully. After being engaged over 2 years, me and Rose finally got married last Saturday. Still getting used to calling each other. Husband and wife. We'll get there, hopefully. Wedding was awesome. Kids had fun. Extended families finally met. Danced so much. Could barely stand next day. Tommy took ring bearer duties seriously. Held my son's hand down aisle. Besides Aunt getting shit-faced. Being wheeled out in wheelchair. Which already thought would happen. Everything went according to plan. Been 4 months since got RO against stepmom. Things mostly quiet. Wouldn't have it any other way. Except completely quiet. But can't always get what we want. Never really worried about stepmom showing up. Especially after RO. Literally illegal for her come close to us. Made very clear if she tried. We'd call cops right away. Friends still warned to take safety measures. most of which I did. Stepmom didn't show up, of course. Strong believer any money spent on security is well spent, so no regrets on that end. Stepbrother and I wished each other happy birthdays. He also texted Rose on hers back in June. Only contact we've had these months. He knows door's still open. If he wants, apologize. Dad given up trying reach me. Haven't spoken since April. Still trying talk to sister for some reason, but she's ignoring him. Few days after she went NC, they had huge fight over phone about stepmom's treatment of us over years. Insults thrown. Sore subjects brought up. Most importantly, Dad took stepmom's side on almost everything. Sister called me crying afterwards. Wanted to call him and yell, but she told me not to. She's doing okay now. Hasn't blocked him. Doesn't take calls or answer texts. Only gotten 3. Weak apology. One on my birthday back in May. Long rant after neither of us. Wished him happy Father's Day. After all, despite differences, he's still our father. He's not wrong. Love my father and always will, but can't be around him anymore. While closed the door, not locking it just yet. He knows what needs do. If wants his family back, don't think he'll do it. But if slight chance he might, consider opening door inch or two. This is Rose's suggestion. I'm a lot less optimistic than she is. Maybe important hold on to hope. She hasn't forgiven him though, or stepmom. Rose always very protective of Tommy. No surprise this disaster shook her. Part of me scared she'd blame me, but she called me dumbass when told her that been in therapy few months, helped lot more than thought it would. Realized stepmom's behavior around me growing up was a lot worse than always thought. Great, finally get feelings off chest. Right now more than happy. Just married most amazing woman ever. Have family always dreamed of. None of us perfect. Never thought life would be this great to me. Stick around Reddit lot more than expected. Can sleep peacefully now. Safe say this will be last update. Thank you all for kindness and advice. These months, could never expected support got from you guys. Can't describe how helpful it was. Seriously, thank you all. Edit. Updated too soon. Didn't want write another post. Just add this here. Stepbrother called earlier today. Apparently had fight with stepmom. Wants meet up. Agreed as long as just 2 of us. Meeting for coffee Wednesday. No idea what to expect. But even if he apologizes, need know he understands how and why he let us down. Edit 2. Rescheduled meetup. Me and Rose leaving for honeymoon Friday. Decided no matter outcome. Of conversation with stepbrother. Didn't want spend whole trip thinking about it. He understood. Going talk when I'm back. Been away from Reddit few months. Due to stuff at work. Lot of people messaging about stepbrother. Want give small update. Been busy and tired lately. Might miss some details. Feel free ask anything. First met stepbrother for coffee. Back in August, he'd had fight with stepmom. RO topic came up. She'd lied to him about details. Accused Tommy of picking on my baby. Bad-mouthing Rose. And more. This time he managed to force her. Tell him truth. Stepbrother started reevaluate his relationship with his mother. After talking to therapist and friends about it. Also, way she'd raised him. Finally accepted wasn't exaggerating. About what she did to Tommy. He wanted to talk to me back in June. Didn't want to distract me and Rose. From wedding, me and stepbrother spent last 4 months working on rebuilding relationship. Been meeting for coffee or lunch, discussing his mother, what she did to our lives, and my kids. Rose started joining us in October. Kids saw him again first time. 2 weeks ago, things were awkward between us but we're good now. He's also making amends with sister. In early November, he completely cut contact with stepmom. Rose and kids doing amazing. Tommy turned 5 in September. Our baby will be 2 in early February. We're spending holidays with Rose's family in Costa Rica, while stepbrother stays with his girlfriend. Things are great. That's all. Signing off for now. Let you know if anything happens. Happy holidays, everyone. Best wishes to all of you.